the Outer Banks with my boy ACG. It's Anthony Griffin. We go back a
Yes.
long ways. Probably age us here. What we agree on 24 years.
Yep. 24.
Now,
Yeah.
okay, this ain't no dating thing, but we met in like the 8th grade. He's the reason why I played football,
Mm-hmm.
and I was okay. I had hook and ladder down,
Yep.
but he was the man. I was just kind of talented. Yeah, yeah.
That one play worked though, like
It did, like
99.9.
except for when we went to Foss, they
Yeah.
was not having it.
Yeah,
But anyways, there's a lot going on in the world. This is Fitness After Dark. We usually talk fitness, but since you was there, I was there, and a lot of people will say when it comes to injustices and things of that nature that we embellish or we play the victim. And I recall being in the 8th grade, and I believe we snuck out of my mama's house. Me, you, and Walter. And
I feel like there was somebody else there too.
was it Michael Crosby? No, it was us three.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, we went to go holler at these girls, I believe, and it wasn't on nothing physical. It's 8th grade. It was hollering at girls. We don't have no car, so we walked. Was it your radio?
Yeah, I have my radio
So
in my hand.
he had the radio, like battery operated.
Yep.
There's no
cassette tape.
iPods. Yeah, it was LL Cool J Crush Groove radio.
Yep.
And so we went to the house. We chilled. We came back. So on the way back, we're walking. This is us walking in the 8th grade. Three black males in the 8th grade. And then what happened?
All of a sudden there was lights out of nowhere, and police lights, spotlights, and then gunpoint.
There was a lot of cops.
A lot of cops.
So there was a lot of cop cars that came out of absolutely nowhere. We basically were surrounded.
Yeah.
They had the dogs,
Yeah.
and and the guns was drawn. This is Lacey, Washington, for whoever's watching, just in case you think we grew up in some hood or whatever. And they told us to get on our knees and put our hands. Walter almost got us shot. It's funny now. It wasn't funny then. Behind, was it here?
Yeah, behind your head. And he puts his
And
hands.
he put his hands
back.
behind his back. So I'm like, hey, get your hands, like, come on, man. And we're what, 13? However old you are in the 8th grade?
Yeah.
And we were out there for how long? On our knees.
I don't even remember. It was a while.
For a long time while they searched the area, a radius. They had to go and take these dogs and search the radius. And if you know me or if you don't know me, I kind of got a smart mouth and I don't really like stuff like that. But anyways, I was just kept asking them like, what did we do? And what was reported back to us was that someone had called and said that there was 3 guys in the neighborhood, and it looks like one of them had a gun. So they were asking us where the gun was at. We weren't gun carriers. We had a radio. The radio wasn't even black, was it?
Yeah, it was great.
It was okay. It was
Grayish,
gray.
yeah.
But a radio don't look like a gun in nobody's world, right? I don't think. And I tell you what pissed me off the most. It's like what, 2 in the morning, 1 in the morning. You gotta think we snuck out, so we gonna get in trouble one way or another. And after all was said and done, they didn't find anything. And they still made it. They didn't give us a ride home. That's what pissed me off. I was like, you could at least drop us off. And we had to continue our walk. So, but my question to you is then, as you see what's going on in the world, like how did that make you feel back then? Like how did you feel in that moment? Because I was pissed.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I didn't know how to feel, really. I mean, because, we were just 13 years old, just, I don't know, just being a
Chasing
12
girls.
and 13-year-old kid, and all of a sudden you come across that. And, I guess I didn't realize the significance of it until we actually got to your mom's place and told her, and I think your aunt was there at the time,
Yeah.
and you know, they kind of elaborated on and gave their input on what happened and said, you know, we should have got their badge number because we could actually had reported them for I forgot the terminology they used, but I don't know. Basically, they were just saying that that wasn't right for them to do, and I think we even tried to find out who, or they.
I think we
might have
tried,
went to,
but it didn't. I mean, we didn't. We didn't know. We was kids. We didn't know. And so usually, you know, I have these fitness after darks. It's called fitness after dark, but we could talk about anything under the sun. I want to talk about that while I'm here, because I'm here in Hawaii. Fitness on the Block is coming, so there's still fitness involved. And we will talk about that probably tomorrow. But if you're watching Facebook or whatever, you see what's going on. And
But I mean, it's still happening today, just on a
yeah. Well,
a different platform. I
yeah.
would say.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, what I try to say to people is, you know, Facebook and social media is a platform, but what I try to get people to understand is like, yo, you don't know what I feel or what you would feel, even if that's not me, because that was us. No, we didn't get shot. No, we whatever. But that feeling goes with you for like the rest of your life. It's like people don't. They think it's a joke. Like, yo, I could be driving and I'm not doing nothing wrong, and a cop could be going the opposite direction, and I still feel a certain type of way that some people will never understand. And instead of trying to even understand it, it gets written off as like, well, you're the bad person, or you're overreacting, or, you know, like I was told today, excuse my language, you're bitching about stuff. And it's like, you have no clue what it feels like. And we got exposed to it in the 8th grade, doing nothing, walking home. And to me, I was like, it didn't need to be that drastic at all. Like, you guys don't understand how many cop cars there was. Like, I mean, you thought we was like drug lord, like ridiculous. Anyways, so
With
that's
guns
what
too, multiple guns.
Yeah.
Like, get on
Yeah,
your knees.
it wasn't even no question.
Behind the door, they were.
They was ready.
Yeah.
And I try to tell people, you don't know. And don't say, because I've had people say, oh, you grew up in Lacey, you don't know what you know. And I'm like, it doesn't matter where you grew up at. Anyways, so, Fitness After Dark, give them your social media stuff so they can follow you.
Oh, all my social media is the same. It's Mr. Griffin 23, all one word. So Mr.
yeah.
Griffin, Griffin 2 3, all the same.
There you
Instagram,
go.
Facebook, Periscope.
Follow my dude. We go all the way back
Yeah.
to police cars and young girls
Yeah.
and hook and ladders.
Yeah.
Kenyatta Banks Fitness. You holler at me.
F40s, that Hawaiian Punch.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We weren't drinkers.
No.
Anyways, we'll talk about that tomorrow. But yeah, Fitness After Dark, Kenyatta Banks Fitness on Instagram, Kenyatta Banks Fitness on Facebook, I believe. And there's KenyattaBanksFitness.com. So this is almost 9 minutes. I know it's long,
Damn.
but this is my boy. This is how it is. I just want y'all to know what I'm doing out here in Hawaii, the history of us two. You know what I'm saying? Long time. So yeah, we'll holler at y'all. Fitness After Dark.